Hey, it's me, Allison, your crunchy gut health mama. And I recently had surgery. This was elective surgery. I had a full abdominoplasty with diastasis recti repairs. All my ab muscles were separated. I had them sewn back together, which essentially is a tummy tuck. I had a breast lift. I also had a thigh lift. I'm going to be talking about all of the ins and outs with that, why I decided to do that, how I prepared, and what recovery was like. Also, the must haves before any surgery to have the best recovery. Stay tuned. You're listening to What the Gut, a functional medicine and holistic health podcast for busy women who are ready to take charge of their health without the overwhelm. I'm Allison, your host, a double board certified family nurse practitioner specializing in functional medicine, here to help you decode the gut hormone connection and finally get the answers you've been searching for. In this space, we're cutting through the confusion and diving deep into holistic wellness. Because feeling your best is not just about another diet or quick fix. It's about understanding your body, healing from the inside out, and making sustainable changes that fit into your real, busy life. From gut health to energy struggles, hormonal imbalances to sustainable weight loss, I'm bringing you practical strategies, expert insight, and real talk that will help you thrive, not just survive. So if you're ready to finally feel good in your body again, hit that subscribe button and let's do this together. Quick reminder, this podcast is for educational and empowering purposes only, and it is not intended as medical advice. Be sure to consult with your personal healthcare provider for personal recommendations. Welcome to What the Gut, where we take control of our health one episode at a time. Honestly, whenever I told some of my friends that I was having this procedure done, they were very surprised. I have had 3 babies and gained a lot of weight with each pregnancy and lived it up. I loved it. I was about 100 pounds heavier than I am now at my biggest, maybe even a little bit more than that, honestly. My youngest is 5 years old. I really worked hard on my nutrition, on movement, on feeling better, just like mentally and physically. Just wanted to feel more comfortable in my body. And through all of that, there's just the excess skin that come with having children. Also, I breastfed for about 10 years total. If I add up all the time that I nursed them, it was about 10 years. My breast, they served their purpose. My body was beautiful and had birthed these children and had been through so much. And I love my body enough that I wanted to do something else with it and let it reflect how I really feel on the inside now. The decision for surgery was something that with my first pregnancy, I knew one day I'm going to do this. My oldest is 10. I have been thinking about this for a long time. I'm the kind of person too, who if I do anything, I definitely do a ton of research and usually like window shop for a very long time before I make any decision. This was something I wanted to do for myself, not anybody else. This is just something I wanted to do. And it's really that simple. I just wanted to. So that's why I did. I'm going to be talking a little bit more, though, in the next episodes about how I did my research, what led to my decisions. I did look into things like breast implants or fat transfers. I decided to have just a breast lift and just put these things back on the shelf because I didn't need the other things, but I'm going to go into all of that and what really made me decide to do a thigh lift and a tummy tuck and what really made me decide to do it all at one time and what recovery was like. So stay tuned to hear more about that. As a functional medicine provider, my philosophy in my practice is to help others focus on root causes, holistic healing, and empowering their body to naturally heal. Also working on their gut health, their hormone balance, immune function, and their lifestyle to support their overall well-being. This has been something that I have focused on so intently for the past 5 years. I have got these healthy habits established and had already been eating healthy, moving my body regularly, and mentally been in a really great place. Now, I will say there's a time and a place for surgery, and sometimes it's just if you want it. But I want to say that preparing my body for surgery was so important and definitely helped with the healing process. So sometimes, even despite this deep commitment that you have to natural healing, you can recognize that sometimes surgery is necessary to restore function. For example, my abdominal muscles, there was a huge gap between them, 2 or 3 fingers width between all of my abdominal muscles, which is known as diastasis recti. This can be fixed by exercise, but it's really hard to do. And I have been consistently exercising for years and haven't seen any improvement in that regard. But also, this was a structural thing that I wanted to fix. Reasons why it's really important to have diastasis recti repaired is because it helps with function and support. In the long run, if that abdominal muscle is separated, it can lead to pelvic floor dysfunction. You could end up having incontinence issues, bowel or bladder, but also back pain. As I age, I want to make sure that my posture is great, and having strong core muscles that are together and can hold my body upright was something that was really important to me. I wanted my abdominal muscles fixed to help structurally, functionally prevent any pain from occurring in the future. And this is something that just lifestyle changes alone were not going to help with. I think it's so important to have this complementary or integrative mindset relationship with medicine. Instead of seeing surgery as something that's completely opposite from functional medicine, we need to see how they can complement each other. Me having this surgery and preparing my body appropriately was a really great example of how we can use the two and merge them together. Speaking to the thigh lift and breast lifts, throughout my healing journey, the thigh lift and breast lift, I feel, are something that I just wanted to do and for my own sanity needed to do. After a significant amount of weight loss, specifically, you can have this extra skin, which I did. Also, a lot of it was from pregnancy because when I was pregnant, I was very heavy and lost a lot of that weight, but also lost a lot of weight that I had been carrying even pre-pregnancy. And because I breastfed for so long, these babies were just deflated and worn out, and they were ready to retire. And so, really, just putting them back where they belong was something that I wanted and just made me feel a lot better just physically. I just was not comfortable before. It honestly impacted my quality of life because I was always uncomfortable, sweaty, felt like I always had to have a bra on, or either I had to roll things up to put them in a bra. And my thighs have always been big, I will say, my whole life. They've always rubbed together a lot. Summers in Mississippi, it's murder. I can't stand it, but forget wearing shorts. Like, I just came to the point in my life where I'm like, I'm just never going to be able to wear shorts because it is so uncomfortable. This even includes at home. Like, it's not necessarily being in public and people seeing me. It's like I'm physically uncomfortable. So I had some extra skin around my thighs, and the option to do just liposuction presented itself. I did consider this. I thought about it and then realized if I just do liposuction, it's just taking away that extra fat, but the skin will still be there. To actually have that skin removed and really fix the problem of me being uncomfortable and my legs just rubbing constantly, taking all of that skin off and just doing a thigh lift was the answer for that. For me, that was something that I'm very glad that I did. It's something that honestly bothered me my whole life. And with weight gain, weight loss, extra skin there, it's just very uncomfortable. Healing is so deeply personal, and it can require so many different approaches. There's so many different tools that we can use, and there's not a one size fits all. Something that I've done or techniques and tools I've used that I just rant and rave about may not work for you, and that's totally fine. I think that it's really important that you find what works for you. And you've got to be open-minded, open to seeking different healing modalities. Functional medicine and surgery can coexist beautifully. You really just need to figure out the right groove to get into to make sure that's the right thing for your body at that time. I just encourage you to listen to your body's signals, let your body guide itself to the best path of healing. Sometimes that means surgery, and then sometimes holistic care. And then sometimes it means doing both alongside each other because they can beautifully complement each other. I really hope that by sharing my story, other people listening know that it's okay to choose the path that's right for you, even if your healing does not look like this person or that person. It's so different for everybody, and there's not a right or wrong way to do it. If you are on a healing journey, please just remember that you need to trust your body and your intuition. Be open to all options to restore health and function, and also integrate holistic care before, during, and after surgery for the absolute best outcomes.
That's a wrap on today's episode of What the Gut. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I hope you're walking away with insights that bring you closer to feeling your absolute best. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you would take a moment to leave a review. It helps more people like you find this podcast and get the answers that they need. And don't forget to hit that subscribe so that you never miss a new episode. Let's keep the conversation going over on Instagram. Find me at Allison Gets Well for daily gut health tips, behind the scenes, and more ways to support your wellness journey. I would also love to hear what topics you want covered in future episodes. If you have a burning question or a guest that you'd love to hear from, shoot me an email at hello@AllisonGetsWell.com. If you're ready for real personalized support on your health journey, check out my one-on-one coaching program at AllisonGetsWell.com. Let's get you feeling amazing from the inside out. Until next time, stay curious, nourish your body, and take care of your gut. Catch you soon.